Hello everyone, welcome to this series on the history of English literature, and in this video we are going to discuss the historical background of the Middle English period. Introduction. The Middle English period stands as a transformative era in the annals of English history and literature. Spanning several centuries, this period witnessed significant historical and literary developments that have left a lasting impact on English culture. The era was marked by the establishment of Norman and Angevin dynasties, internal power struggles, and numerous wars. More importantly, it was characterized by the general movements of the times, including the rise and decline of religious orders, the blossoming of chivalry, the influence of the Crusades, and the widening of European outlook. These movements were symptoms of a growing intelligence that was strongly reflected in the literature of the period. Historical backdrop. The historical backdrop of the Middle English period is rich and complex. The Norman conquest of 1066 by William the Conqueror marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. This period saw the establishment and consolidation of Norman and Angevin dynasties, with kings like Henry II bringing significant reforms and expanding territories. However, the era was also rife with internal struggles among the monarchy, nobility, and clergy, exemplified by events such as the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215, which limited the power of the monarchy and established legal rights for subjects. The period was also characterized by numerous wars, both within the country and abroad. Notable conflicts included the 100 Years of War 1337 to 1453 with France and internal civil unrests like the Peasants' Revolt in 1381. These wars and conflicts played a crucial role in shaping the political and social landscape of England during the Middle English period. Key movements. Several key movements defined the Middle English period, each contributing to the cultural and intellectual development of the time. Rise and decline of religious orders. The early enthusiasm of religious orders such as Benedictines, Cistercians, and Franciscans saw a rise in monastic influence. However, over time, this fervor waned, leading to a decline in the power and influence of monasticism. Blossoming of chivalry and the spirit of romance. The period witnessed the blossoming of chivalry, which brought about a new societal code emphasizing knightly virtues, honor, and courtly love. This movement also fostered a new sympathy for women and the poor, reflected in the literature of the time, which often centered on themes of romance and heroism. Impact of the Crusades. The Crusades had a profound impact on European society, leading to increased contact with other civilizations and a more cosmopolitan outlook. This expansion of horizons gradually paved the way for the Renaissance, a period of rebirth in intellect and culture. Widening European outlook. The gradual widening of the European outlook was significant development of the Middle English period. Increased contact with other cultures and civilizations led to a more cosmopolitan and expansive intellectual environment, which eventually contributed to the Renaissance. Literary impact. The literary output of the Middle English period vividly reflected the societal changes and intellectual growth of the time. Literature from this era showcased a transition from Old English to Middle English, marking a significant development in the English language. This period saw the emergence of notable works and authors, with Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales standing out as a quintessential example. Themes of romance, heroism, and chivalry became prominent in literary works, illustrating the cultural and social ethos of the time. Moreover, the literature of the Middle English period demonstrated a growing sophistication in literary techniques and stylistic approaches. This era's writings moved away from the more rigid structures of Old English literature, embracing a more fluid and dynamic narrative style that allowed for greater expression and individuality. Conclusion: the Middle English period was a transformative era characterized by significant historical developments and profound societal changes. These changes were mirrored in the literature of the time, which showcased the evolving intellectual landscape and cultural expansion that would eventually lead to the Renaissance. The era's historical events, key movements, and literary achievements collectively contributed to the rich tapestry of English history and culture, leaving an indelible mark on the subsequent development of English literature and thought. In summary, the Middle English period stands as a testament to the dynamic interplay between history, culture, and literature, illustrating the enduring impact of this transformative era on the course of English history and the evolution of its literary tradition. So this was the discussion on the historical background of the Middle English period. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other topic. Until then, goodbye and thank you.